Hello to my Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards. We're getting ready for this full moon. We are in the first quarter moon phase, even though technically it does not say first quarter moon phase, but we are in the first quarter moon phase, right? So let's get into it. Let's get right into it. We had a first quarter moon in Taurus on the 5th of February. And so this reading is for the 7th through the 14th. Yeah. 7th through the 14th. So we're in the waxing gibbous moon phase, but technically it's a first quarter moon phase. But it's called a waxing gibbous moon. But all right, let's get into it. So my health is a priority. My body is my temple. All right, Pisces, let's get into it. Your body is your temple. All right, let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. All right, let's see what's in your cards. Talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. Not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, okay? Wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. All right. All right, wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. Let's get it. 911, light worker. You are being called upon. Your angels call upon you to use your spiritual development to inspire others. You possess the gifts of spirit to remind people that their higher power rests inside them. The time is now to make changes in your life so that you can carry out this divine calling. So reflect on how you can contribute to the healing of the world around you. So this is like an emergency for somebody, right? We talk about a lot of people have psychic abilities, right? And I mentioned it in other people's readings, right? I keep trying to tell people there's no competition. None. Absolutely no competition. When you find out what your gifts are, right? Whether it's sixth sense, there's ways to develop that. Whether it is precognition, premonition, deja vu, whether it's telepathy, all the clairs, clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairaudience, psychokinesis, whatever your gifts are, those are psychic gifts, right? All right, so 911, light worker. So it's an emergency, right? An emergency situation going on here, right? You get an emergency, you get a lot of downloads, right? Getting a lot of downloads. And so if you're around people who you can see this is kind of like in between like the root chakra and the sacral chakra. So it kind of like looks like looks like this carnelian, right? It's around this color, like around a carnelian. If you're around people who are feeling, having feelings about something, right? And it's a dark feeling about something, your water sign, it can contaminate your feelings. So if you're around people who are like dark energies, you're watching them and you're communicating with them, you're sitting around a round table talking to them, all of this, it can contaminate your water, right? It can make you feel like those two fish, your symbol, are tied together, swimming in opposite direction. In one phase, you want to escape reality. You think you're delusional. You don't know whether you're having a dream bigger or just shut the whole dream down, right? It can just literally feel like you're being pulled in two different directions. So Source is trying to help somebody to really learn how to think about how you can contribute using your unique gifts and talents to the world around you. Yeah, we got enough shady people on the planet who like to create a bunch of chaos and confusion. Source is saying, better wake up. Wake up. Yeah, they are called karmics. There could be a Sagittarius in your midst, or somebody could have Sagittarius somewhere in their birth chart that's putting a lot of energy to create a lot of competition going on around you. So whoever the energy is, it's like you're going along with their flow. What you all share in common is Jupiter. You and Sagittarius actually share Jupiter. And something about their energy, we're not talking about, excuse me, a high vibrating Sagittarius would really, really encourage you to kind of sort of learn how to adapt and just move on. Somebody who has Sagittarius in their birth chart, they're smart, they're very caring, deep thinkers, they like to have fun, they're generous, they're idealists, have a great sense of humor. But if you're around a dark Sagittarius, they're pretty impatient, they are careless, boastful, attention seeking, and can be brutal. So source is saying to you, that could be a karmic relationship with somebody, like somebody who is just like, you know, how people say they're keeping it real. They say brutally honest. That's their reality. When people are saying it's keeping it real, that may not be yours. So source is saying to you, yeah, it's somebody who gives you almost, their energy gives you riding the fence almost, like they don't really, you can't really tell whose side they're on. They just keeping a bunch of confusion going. It's causing you to be confused, right? So you, like what I say, that you don't know what team they're on, right, until you analyze some things. So say you don't need any confusion whatsoever. Move on. Just number 3, speak it into existence. Speak something into existence, right? Free yourself from any confusion whatsoever. Number 7 is situation. If you're not really sure what team they're playing on, so to say, just do yourselves a favor, because you're a leader. And there's some energies who, like I said before, they're riding the fence. They're riding the fence. And you don't know why they're riding the fence, what the world is going on, but free yourselves. You're going through a very powerful transformation in your spirit. Talking about the 8th house, right? You're going through a very powerful transformation in your spirit, right? Of shared possessions, intimacy. There could be a Scorpio involved in something, because Scorpio is ruled by the Judgment card, which is the power transformation planet. It's the outermost planet. Something is generational for somebody, like in terms of how they like to create competition between people, right? And you're just, again, a mutable sign, just kind of going along with the flow, right? And so somebody is definitely a light worker, right? And so source is going to show you the physical evidence of it, that you have the keys to something, you know, that you have the keys to something. You're you know, source is going to show you, first of all, through your spirit, right? So you're going to get some downloads from some energies first that you may not even physically be around them anymore, right? You may have, okay, let me see how I can word this. Because source really wants you to close something out. Any confusion about your gifts, and I'm talking to you, especially if your north node is in Pisces. Source is going to show you the physical evidence of something, because again, that could be a job that you're working on, right? Your sun sign could be Pisces, right? You could be, you know, like I said, highly intuitive, psychic gifts by default, but that could be anybody wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, right? The sun is just shining there. It can also be your moon sign, but I'm talking about your purpose, like your MC. I mean, your MC, your north node, like where you're headed. Like, it doesn't matter what your job title is. You can be in any job title and be picking up on your psychic gifts, your psychic abilities. Like, oh, I knew that was going to happen. I feel like I've been here before. You have cleared, not, I mean, all the clears, all of that. Deja vu, premonition, precognition, sixth sense. All of those. You don't have any competition. But when you're around energies who constantly almost like put your feet to the fire of just basically almost like forcing you to compete, you know, with energy sources saying everything feels like an emergency. You always feel like, okay, you're always anxiety. Everything feels like 911. I'm rushing here, I'm rushing there. Sources like, and they're trying to get the physical evidence of something. Like physical evidence, rush. Hurry up and rush. We hurry and get this done. Hurry up and get that done. Source is saying, source is already showing you through 2 energies the physical existence of something. And it's going to come down through your beliefs first, right? It's going to come down through, could be daydreams, night dreams, whatever the case may be. And source is saying, but that's giving you an opportunity to close something out. Like really just say, okay, you got it now. First, it's going to feel like you're imagining something. Okay, who's on what team? Okay, source is going to show you through your downloads, through your belief system, who's on what team, right? Source is saying you can take a leap of faith. One of those energies for sure, you would, because they were stubborn at first. Whoever these 2 energies are, they were very stubborn. You kept trying to tell them stuff they didn't want to hear. They didn't want to listen. They didn't want to hear nothing you said. So it says, okay, no problem. One of them for sure, you don't have anything to say to. Not because you're holding any grudge. It's because you're focusing on your future self, not your past self. You got it. Okay, you're gifted. You're gifted, right? You're gifted, you're talented, you have psychic abilities. That's great. It's called different names and depending on what you're a part of. You can look all of that up. But Source is saying the other one you're going to eventually move on from, because this is where you trust Source. You're saying, okay, you can move on from both of these energies because Source has it already covered and under control. You don't have to worry. You don't have to operate in fear. Oh my God, what's going to happen? So say no. You're a leader. Sit on your throne, carefully adjust your crown. You don't need to be pulled in 2 different directions. Keep your vibrations as high as you possibly can, right? Yeah. Some energies are chained to this. They can't get beyond, for right now, they can't get beyond a way of thinking about something, right? They could be chained to fear, doubt, uncertainty about whatever it is, a belief about something. It's hard for them to move beyond that, right? Something around money. But you feel like a new lease on life. Again, you can't really put a value about like on how you feel, this new you, this new lease on life you feel, because again, you got it. You don't have to keep going back. You don't have to keep like the record scratched. You don't have to keep going backwards. You feel like you have a whole new lease on life. Right? So Source is putting you in a leadership position where you have authority, like not just a title, but authority. Right? Yeah, so somebody feels like they need to be saved from something. So somebody feel like they're being torn in 2 different directions. They feel like they're being saved from something. And that's where your prayers are coming in. Yeah, that's where your prayers are coming in. But yeah, your light, that's what, like light worker, being called upon is praying for something. So you don't need to talk about something anymore. You don't have to give any more time to something anymore. Like I said, you feel like you have this whole new lease on life, whether you got approved for a lease for a car, approved for a lease for a house, a lease or something, but you're feeling like you have this whole new lease on life. And again, your gifts are not, you don't have to compare your gifts to anyone else. It's, I said, your body is your priority. Your health is your priority. Your body is your temple. That's how you're going to treat it. And with that, whatever you put into it, your food, you know, what you're listening to, all of that. So here we had the Queen of Cups here. Yeah, you don't have to feel like you're being pulled in 2 different directions when it comes to your nurturing or how you nurture. And again, I'm talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. Yeah, some energies have already demonized you, and some energies were chained to a particular belief system about something. But Source is saying to you, you don't have to be chained to that about yourself. Like, you don't have to believe that about you, right? You have the whole world in front of you. You have tons of opportunities coming your way. The Source is saying you're about to take a leap of faith. This also lets me know that somebody has really healed their Chiron. Somebody's really been working on their Chiron. That's what this is. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. So, yeah. A lot of energies watching you. Yeah, a lot of energies watching, like really being very meticulous and watching you. You got 2 energies that's watching you. These could be energies that's sitting right out. This could be your next door neighbors. Watching every little thing that you do. Literally, your next door neighbors. Be watching it. They can't even concentrate. They watch every little thing. Watchdogs. They've been put there. They've been planted there to watch you. Meticulously watch you. But something has been fulfilled. Something has been fulfilled. You feel fulfilled. You're balanced out. You're balanced out, right? So yeah, so some energies could say, you know, they have the keys. They know when they say have the keys, they can. It's like they speak like, well, we got proof that this person is into some kind of devil worship. We got proof that this person has been around the world by who they invite into their house. We know we watching every little thing, who comes in their house, who leaves their house, and all. Something has been fulfilled already, but it's been fulfilled in you though. Your intuition, your spirit has already been fulfilled. The sea of opportunities coming across your path, like that's coming across your path, right? That you are a light worker, and something is almost. It's like I said, you're being called upon. You're being called upon. So people were assuming that there was some physical evidence of some kind of, oh, this is why they're familiar with this, and this is why they're familiar with that, and this is why they're familiar with this. No, it's all coming from within. It's coming from source. It's coming from your creator. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, health is your priority. Your body is your temple. Some people was, like I said, jump to some conclusions. There's people gonna have people in and out of your house. This is what this is. You're gonna have people in and out of your house, ripping and running like. Oh, what the elders used to say? People ripping and running all over the place. But the source is saying to you, somebody thought that you were gonna have a whole bunch of company and a whole bunch of your spirit was just like the demonic spirit. No. Yep. Justice. So there was two energies that was definitely two energies that really felt like they really knew you, like really familiar, like the way they were talking, they just knew that you were just going to have a whole bunch of traffic, just all over the place, just madness. You just needed people to save you. You just couldn't do without loving your life. You love yourself. You love yourself, right? You were dealing with two Taurus. That's somebody dealing with two Taurus right there. And I usually speak very highly of Zodiac. I speak very highly of Zodiac signs. But in this case right here, because it fell on top of the Justice card, you were dealing with two Taurus that vain, vengeful, green with envy, who thought everything came too easy for you in terms of just like your money, your material possessions, your everything, like in the physical realm, things came too easy for you. And so they went right into devil worship. This person worships the devil. Listen, you got so much expansion ahead of you. You don't even need to talk about it. I'm telling you, keep your vibrations high. I'm talking about high as the sky high. For real. Keep your vibrations high. Whoever these energies, that you're chained to something. Nope. Something has been fulfilled. The devil is a liar, for real. And you're not calling them the devil. We're talking about that spirit, that carnal mind, and people couldn't get beyond something, stuck on number 5. Just stuck. So it's like, yeah, the devil is a liar. So people were determined to prove something. Determined to prove something. But you look at this little black cat right here, Shadow. Isn't Shadow cute? So it's saying you did the shadow work. You did the shadow work. And somebody had your back. You doing the shadow work, right? When I say somebody had your back here, while people were lying behind your back, you had somebody who had your back. But this is like more, again, spiritual. This is somebody's ancestor. Was like really, watching over someone. Somebody's ancestor was watching over your spirit so that people couldn't prey on you. Your ancestors weren't playing. They about to come out like the lion's pride. Here we go. You can give some rest. Yeah, them people would have found themselves with lion's paws on them. They wouldn't even know where the lion's paws came from. But anyway, a light has been shining on something. So yeah, you're successful. You're successful as a light worker. So just continue to be focused. You're creating something new, for yourself. So that's what I said. You can move forward. Yeah. Yeah. Some energies are basically saying you're whatever. Who knows what they're saying? Who even cares at this point, for real? I don't even want to, and I'm saying this to help you all to like move beyond just like going along with people's beliefs about you or whatever. This, we have no control over what people think. None. You're not even trying to. It's free will. People think what they want to think, right? You found your star. You found your purpose. You found your purpose. People are going to say you're a narcissist. They're going to say that you're cocky and arrogant. They're going to say everything they could possibly say to distract you from your north node, from getting to your north node. Your spirit traveling to your highest point, your MC, your medium colon, MC, north node. You can look it up on your birth chart, and then go to Google and type in, jobs for that, whatever. It doesn't really matter what your job title is. If you're tapped into that part of yourself, and there's so many different types of names for psychic gifts. Control your emotions. Because people have been trying to manipulate yours for the longest time, trying to put you in survival mode situations, trying to get you to fight people, argue, cuss people out, all kinds of stuff. It's just like, for what? Why? Saying that you're a devil worshiper, child. What in the world is going on? Listen, you got a lot of opportunities coming your way. Stay focused. Focus, laser focus. Stop falling for the bait and switch. I said this in other signs too. Stop falling for the bait and switch. Once you found your north node, like I said, you don't have any competition. Show the world the real you. You love human beings. You want to help people. There's no competition. It's so different when you're operating in just like that worldly mindset where people feel like, I gotta be better than this person. Okay, with this, I gotta do backflips this time. I gotta spin around in circles. I gotta show I'm the best. Be the best you. That's it. Be the best you. You found your star. Everybody who finds this star, the whole world is actually winning. The world is winning. The whole world is winning. Everybody just lighten up the sky. Too many people trying to look for people's demons. Let's see what can rattle them. Let's see what can make them mad. Let's see what can still don't even know. Still have no clue. Let's see what we can find people's demons. What I say? You and somebody are psychic. Yeah. And those gifts are going to cross over. That could be you and your kids. It can be you and your parents. It could be you and a sibling. Those gifts are intertwined. So some of the things y'all may say, just like, child, like I said, somebody going to get away from these energies that like to create a bunch of chaos and confusion. You're going to get away from those energies because there's too many different types of psychic gifts. And that's the reason why certain people don't talk to certain people anymore, because that's what people like to do, create chaos and confusion. You look better than, you're smarter than, your gifts are sharper than, and yours came to, but they said something and theirs didn't come to light. They didn't come to fruition. So it's saying you're going to get away from all of that. That's how you're going to sharpen your gifts. That's how you're going to really, really sharpen your gifts. So something is an emergency, and I'm talking to you, and I got to reiterate this because some of you all, you can have Pisces in any of your houses, but specifically, it's not a job title. It's just these are gifts. These are gifts, right? So somebody can stop lamenting over something. And be more conservative with your time. Stop lamenting over the past and go ahead and do some money is coming across your path, but opportunity is coming across your path. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. This is part of your legacy. This is part of your legacy and someone else's legacy. Some people be creating competitions between people without their knowledge. Like they're on a game show somewhere, like they signed up for it. But the goal is to see what bait you will fall for. If you will fall into that gossipy, hurtful, so again, they can say that they're familiar with something. They're familiar with your demons. So you're waking up. Somebody is waking up. Yeah. So here we have the Six of Cups here. Yeah, some things were done behind your back that you're not aware of. That you'll be ending some by 3 energies. Yeah, by 3 energies. To see, to see what's what that you weren't aware of. But you're now, and somebody could have told you. Somebody could have said, hey, this is what's coming down the pike. Beware of such and such. But that's not how it's arranged, just so you know. But source is saying to you, so things were done behind people's backs. You can get off the fence of your emotions. You can get off the fence of your emotions. There are going to be some of the things that you share, psychic gifts that you share, that's going to intertwine with other people's gifts. Loved ones, because this is generational for somebody. Somebody comes from a highly gifted, spiritually gifted family, and looks like somebody's grandfather was overseeing a lot of things, just basically like ready to pounce on, because they are very familiar with how, like, if you come from a family where people are always competing and comparing, this child looks better than this one. This one is smarter than this one. This has more degrees than this child. Whatever. That's a spirit. That is a demonic spirit of just like, because it's unhealthy. That is unhealthy. So source is just trying to help somebody to see this was divinely planned. Something was planned, right? But source, the devil is always in the details. Somebody can get off of their fence of their emotions. It's 3 energies that source is saying you can go ahead and release those energies, because that's the only way you're going to start seeing your abundance and your prosperity grow. You're going to start seeing your abundance and your prosperity grow. You can get off the fence, overthinking it. That's part of it. They talk about what's going on behind people's closed doors. Yeah. You can get off the fence and start thriving, because your gifts actually just increased by 6 times 6, like everybody else's gifts. Once you cut some energies up, they just take off. So that's what you can really start seeing. You're going to start seeing in your money. If you're on social media, you're going to start seeing in your views and visits. If you start seeing wherever, you're going to start seeing it, because now your focus is so tight. These gifts, you can finally move on from talking about being disappointed in something. You're about to take a leap of faith. Somebody about to take a leap of faith into the next phase, right? Queen of Pentacles here. You're down to earth. You're relatable, but you had to go down a rabbit hole to go back to find out, like, what was your, something was the nightmare, and so some energies are saying they're familiar with certain things that were a nightmare for you. It could have been the loss of a loved one. It could have been a marriage you were in. It could have been anything, a job that you were in that was a nightmare for you, that somebody just, like I said, people went down a rabbit hole to find out, like, what was your demons, what could you be tempted, your temptations, right? Yep. So now your conversation is going to be very different. Your conversation is going to be very different, and that's how your wishes are going to be fulfilled, because your conversation is going to be very different. That is what I have for you. Let's see what else we got going on here. But yeah, a lot of like, that's why a lot of people assume that light workers have this big party line and everybody's talking about the same thing. So you listen to this reader to find out if, and people think everybody talking about the same thing. No, that's not how it works. It crosses over a lot of time, because some people are clairvoyant, some people are clairsentient, some people are some people got all of them. So, but the main thing is called to love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself, and that's the creator. That's it. That's it. But the more confident you get in your gifts, they're going to be energies who are you're going to really see. It's going to be so clear to you who are familiar spirits. It won't even be funny. You'll be just like, okay, they started up something again, right? Yeah, dance. So that's what you and somebody are really starting to see, is like somebody's a dancer is working with a group of energies who got something to stir it up, and somebody just fell for the bait. So a couple of people fell for the bait. But so Source is saying, but now you know better. Now you know what's going on here. Now you know what's going on here. So you're a part of the Truman Show. Just kidding. But no, just ooh, child. Spiritual cleansing. Yeah. So it's time to do some kind of spiritual cleansing. Time to do some kind of spiritual cleansing. Yeah. 50 could be of significance to somebody. But yeah. Some kind of spiritual cleansing is happening here. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. All right. But yeah, that's how it goes. Like I said before, somebody is, you know, has expansion. You and somebody have expansion in front of you. But yeah, these psychic gifts they're no joke. They're no joke. So you're going to start focusing on sharpening your gifts. That's what I have for you. See you in the next video. Bye.